March 21st, 11:34 a.m. Wright and Co. law offices. Well, at least we were able to get Mr. Matt Ungard as our client. And we know that he didn't do it, which is very important. So what should we do now? Well, the trial is tomorrow, and we only get one chance at this. There's only one way to prove Mr. Ungard's innocence. We gotta find the real killer. Okay, then let's start looking. Hey everybody, Luigi369 here. Welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright. Justice for All. In the last episode, Maya got kidnapped. In this episode, we're gonna find out who the real killer is. Since the real psyche locks, then that means we can trust Mr. Ungard to be innocent. I really feel much better knowing that. Ever since last night, I was so worried that I kept wondering, what if he is the real killer? What then? Hey, I have something I want to ask you, Pearls. Okay, what is it? Are you so interested in how Maya and I get along? I mean, she and I don't have anything special. Go. Huh? Well, what do you mean? But I thought you and Mystic Maya were... I've been mistaken all this time? No way! Ah! She really wasn't kidding. Pearls actually believes Maya and I are... Maybe I should have just left it alone. Mr. Nick, stop it! Don't hide your true feelings from me. Ow! She slapped me! Wow. Wow. My voice is hoarse. I just woke up. What do you think you're doing? You can't come in without... Good morning. Hold on, it's you. What is going on around here? I heard poor Juan was killed. Is that true? It's a bad rerun is what it is. Another Steel Samurai doing the most evil of deeds. You know that's not entirely... I'll have you know that I was a huge fan of Juan's. Why do all the stars I'm interested in drop by one like flies? It's always been the way ever since I was a little girl. The class answer is my own clearly to design. It's so clear that, I mean, where are these names of the talk? Actually, I wanted to ask you about the murder and what happened. Don't push me, boy. Mr. Nick? I couldn't hear everything she said because she was talking too fast. Miss Oldbag, could you please speak a little slower? Don't boss me around, you spiky-haired smarty pants. Okay. My dear Hammer died a year ago in that dreadful murder, and only recently did I start to find a star that makes this heart go ba-dump again. I don't know what to say. I ask you, why does every star I cheer for always end up kicking the bucket? I watch your words. No one's get away with anything bad about my wand. But I haven't said anything. Well, I don't believe a word that woman says anyway. Huh? What woman? That irritating backwater girl with the afro and the horrible country accent. I mean, what is that manner of speaking supposed to be? And why did she never stop? Honestly, women these days, they don't know the meaning of the word modesty. When I was a young man, I was so beautiful in the flowers of field blush. But despite the cypress flowers of the stars wrote beautiful love poems or... Pearls. Are you thirsty? A little. Okay, I'll go get you some juice or something. Thank you very much. Hey, are you paying attention? Youngins today. So I'm guessing this old bag heard everything from Lana. I want to ask you about what happened around the time of the murder. I don't know anything about that. I was here getting ready. Getting ready for what? The show, of course. Well, that and the press conference afterwards. Cue mysterious music for the magical press conference. Anyway, I don't know anything about the murder. I see. But... Huh? But if you're talking about what I saw, that's different. I saw it very clearly. What? I saw the most important moment of the night. The most important moment? You don't mean... Oh, so now you treat me with respect, you disrespectful child. When you speak to your elders, you should always be polite. Really, kids today. Please tell me, what did you see? Oh, God. Oh, God! The murder last night was gruesome, wasn't it? But then, what murder is it? Please don't stray onto another tangent. Please! If you want to hear more, then show some respect and bring this lady a present. Okay. Looks like the investigation is still in full swing. Hotel staff and the police are running around like a bunch of headless chickens. I wonder if we could do any investigating of our own in this kind of atmosphere. Well, we gotta roll up the sleeves and try, I guess. Pearl is all about rolling up sleeves. Hey, you're here! Been waiting for you, Mr. Lawyer. I'm giving her the old bag accent. Lana. Hey, Mr. Cop fella, this thief showed his face. What? Arrested, put him on trial, find him guilty, give him the death sentence. What's wrong, Lana? Are you feeling alright? Why can't I do her accent? Looked here and there and up and down the mountain, but it ain't here. So I'll just hurry up and give it back to me, you creep. What are you looking for? My camera! C-A-M-E-R-A. It's my lifeblood. I'm gonna die without my $700 camera. Your camera? Look, don't lots of people say the criminal always go back to the scene of the crime. And looky, here you are. Yep, here I am, faced with a lot of trouble. Huh? Can I figure out how to do her accent again? I don't know. So you lost your camera? It ain't no ordinary camera, but you buy it in the store and it's $1,600 brand new. Huh? But did you just say you bought it for $700? I had a nice long talk with the guy at the store, about 5 hours, I reckon. I made this itty-bitty scratch on it, and the manager got all hoofed up in the face. He gave me his talking to and was real mean about it, too. He done made me cry at that. When did you lose your camera? Last night after the murder happened. Must have been when I was busy running around looking into things. That's when I lost sight of my dear, darling, expensive sweetie. Lana, what did you capture with that expensive camera of yours? I don't rightly know. I snapped a shot of anything that caught my eye. So I don't remember. And besides, I couldn't get anything from my big scoop. I wonder if Lana's missing camera is even connected to the murder. Lana, please tell me what you know about happened at the time of the murder. Well, from before the ceremony last night, I was hanging around here in this area. Yeah, actually, I was here around until the time Mr. Ungard was arrested. What were you doing here? You sure you went to school, city boy? Wherever Lana Hart goes, there's a story to be found, a big scoop to be had. A big scoop? I told you before, I'm gonna be the best tabloid photographer the world's ever seen. Reckon, of course, that means I'm always looking for the perfect shot. I wonder what scoop she was after this time. Although I was also on the lookout for other stars that were here. So maybe I wasn't here the entire time. Damn it. Lana, are you sure you weren't here the entire time? So you could take a picture for your big scoop? Well, maybe I was, but that's what real journalists do. I got some juicy inside info, so I thought to myself, why not get a picture for proof? What kind of story was it that you would hang around here? Great. Oops, sorry, Mr. Lawyer. Can't be telling you that. Trade secret, you know. Not again. Why does everyone have something to hide? We've been stopped, haven't we? Yeah, take that, Mr. Lawyer. I'm glad someone around here is happy. Miss Lotta and your I rule smile. Well, let's head to the victim's room. Oh my god. Mr. Nick, where are we? We're in Mr. Juan Carita's room, Pearls. Mr. Carita? The victim, which makes this the crime scene, too. Oh, it's you! So what's happened? The kidnapper, has he contacted you again? Not yet. He probably won't until we win Mr. Ungard's acquittal. You doing okay, pal? Hanging in there? I just want my head to be alright. We don't have a lot of time left, but I'm going to help you as much as I can, pal. Can you do that, even if we want to look around the crime scene? Just this once. Special circumstances, right, pal? I'll even tell you everything I know. But you've got to keep quiet. It's my neck on the line here. Thank you. Oh, that's right. I got you guys a map of the hotel. Pal, here you go. Here we go, little missy. Wow, you're giving it to me? Thank you. Wouldn't want you to get lost at a hotel too big for its own good. Mr. Nick, I got a map! That's great, Pearls. But Mr. Nick, I can't read what it says. Aww. Let's take a look at this map. Well, that's useful. Do you know what was the cause of death? Well, technically the final autopsy report isn't out yet, but one look at the victim should tell you, pal. It should. Yeah, here's a picture. He was stabbed. There's a knife in his chest. Yeah, pal, that's the murder weapon. So he was stabbed to death. They're looking at the fingerprints down at the lab right now. There were fingerprints on the knife? Yup. It looks like they're pretty sure that Mr. Ungard's prints, pal. That's bad. Real bad. That is bad. Why was Mr. Ungard arrested? Because we had evidence on him. Evidence? Looks like the victim, Juan Carita, really put up a big fight. Yeah, one look at the crime scene and you can tell. There's signs of a struggle everywhere. Well, yeah, during the fight his button came off. Mr. Ungard said something about a button. Something like one of the Jammin' Ninja's buttons got caught in his hakama. But that's not all. What? There's a witness, pal. A witness? Who is it? That lady, Miss Oldbag. Please, anyone but her. Prosecution has plenty of evidence to make a solid case. Not to mention there's something around where the victim was a little off. That was a little off. Something that's a little off, as in that's for you to figure out, pal. All right, let's try to figure it out, Mr. Nick. Let's take a look around. Wow, there are a lot of bears. Alarm clock ones, collector's editions, stuffed teddies, plastic models. It's pretty overwhelming. Is there a kind of bear he doesn't have? There's even a few in the trash can. Yeah, I get the feeling maybe the guy didn't really like bears. Poor teddies. It's hard to bear with all of his problems. Wow. I don't want to bear with the trauma that last case caused me. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? There are all sorts of things in this refrigerator. The carrot juice bottle and the tomato juice bottle are both empty. Empty? It's too much of a hassle to throw them away, I guess. Oh, vegetable juices. I guess he must have been a real health nut. Oh! There's a beet, some ketchup, and a bottle of strawberry jam, too. Maybe red was his favorite color? Beats me. It's so messy here. Girls really likes things neat and tidy, I take it. There are a lot of electronic things in here that I've never seen before. Hey, Mr. Nick, tell me what they are, pretty please. Okay, that over there is a watch. You wear it on your wrist. I know what a watch is. Oops, for a second there, I forgot I was talking with Pearls, not Maya. It's a suitcase. There's so many things in it, I bet I could barely close it. There's his clothes, a dryer, an electric shaver, a calculator. Do All-Stars pack too much stuff like Mr. Carita? Yes, Pearls, yes they do. Seems like it's all clean on this side of the room. All of cosmetics are scattered all over the floor. This is probably where Mr. Carita fought his assailant. What are these bits of glass from? A flower vase, maybe? There are flowers on the floor, but I don't know what they are. You don't know much about flowers, do you, Mr. Nick? No, I don't, Pearls. This is a guitar case, I guess. A little beat up, but still usable. That's strange, the guitar is not here. Maybe you forgot to bring it to the show? Well, Mystic Maya... She said the bright red guitar was the Jammin' Ninja's signature item. That's true. Huh? This guitar case is wet, but it's only wet on the top of the lid. Yeah, there's no water inside the case. This is water, isn't it? It's a beautiful wine glass and there's tomato juice in it. Ew, tomato juice. I don't really like it much. There's a bottle of it on the table over there. That's probably where this came from. Doesn't it seem weird? What seems weird? I mean, everything else is scattered all over the floor. She's right. The flower vase was broken, the makeup is strewn everywhere. Why is this glass the only thing that's still alright? That's a good question, Pearls. You're better to have on these investigations than Maya is. Looks like Mr. Carita had dinner last night. This bottle, it's tomato juice. We had a lot of food at the award show last night, but I wonder if the stars had once gone on stage only after eating a meager meal like this. So that's a bed, right? Yup, it's big, but it's a bed. Mr. Dick, it's so soft. Big beds must be a rarity for her. Looks like that's all we got on this side of the room, too. Have you heard about this camera? What do you know about this? There's nothing special I can tell you about this, pal. Look, pal, we don't have a lot of time. Why don't you show me something more important? If Miss Von Karma saw me here like this, I'd have to switch sides real fast. What about the man on guard? Hey, why don't we let bygones be bygones, pal? Look, this guy is guilty. A buck says so. $1? You're not talking about Pearls' allowance money. I can't bet any more than that. My salary, it doesn't matter what we think. I still have to defend Mr. On Guard in court, or else. Mr. Nick? I'm not a real fan of action shows or anything, but I know who Juan Karita and Matt Ungard are. You can't talk about one without talking about the other, I guess. They even debuted around the same time, so they have this real fiery rivalry with each other. Kinda like you and me, pal. I never really thought of me as a rival. You know anything about her? If I had a choice, she would be number 3 on my list of people I don't want to see. Because I'm in the #1 spot? Don't get all high and mighty on me here. You're taking a tumble into 2nd place, pal. Huh? Really? Then who's in 1st? Miss Von Karma's miles and miles ahead of you in this race. Oh. She's really scary right now. Miss Von Karma, you really don't. He's so scared of her that he's whispering now. I thought she was an alien from outer space. Yeah, probably because she's wearing that strange helmet. Not even with her helmet off, I thought she was an alien, pal. I think that's probably best kept to yourself, if you know what I mean. Did any of that give us... Nope. What can you tell me about this guitar case? Oh, that. This is just what I heard, pal, but that's the Jammin' Ninja's signature item. The guitar case? No, not that. What do you take me as? I mean the guitar inside, of course. What? The guitar is missing. Yeah, we look for it too. It's not normal for a person to forget to bring their most famous item to an awards show. It's starting to sound like that red guitar is related to this case after all. So about this wine glass. So you noticed it too, pal. The whole crime scene was a mess, but this glass was the only thing that was untouched. You noticed that too, Detective. You noticed that too, Detective Gumshoe? No, actually, Miss Von Karma noticed it first. Yeah, Pearls noticed it before me too. Hey, wait a minute. So does that mean Miss Von Karma's here at the hotel? Yeah, she's around. Man, you're gonna be in so much trouble, pal. Especially if she catches you in here. Well, you can bet the instant I see her, I'll be running the 1,000-meter dash. What's that beeping noise, Mr. Nick? I've heard this sound somewhere before. It's Miss Von Karma. Huh? For some reason, whenever I hear that sound, she pops up out of nowhere and whips me. Come to think of it, that's exactly what happened the last time. Sorry, I've got to make myself scarce. Later, pal. Ow! At last, you reveal your true nature, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Would it be too much to ask you to be nice to me for a change? So you're the type to steal information from a pitifully hopeless detective. That's very dishonorable of you. Ow! Hey, don't you dare run away, scruffy McTrenchcoat. Ah! I didn't think the detectives of this country could be this pitiful. Ah! Detective, come over here for a second. Ow! I feel better knowing at least you were man enough to face your punishment. You were so scared. You just froze up on the spot. Mr. Phoenix Wright, you have soiled my perfect prosecution record. I'll never forget that. This time, victory is mine. Victory is yours? Is that all this means to you? What? Come, Scruffy. The investigation briefing is about to begin. Yes, sir. This isn't over yet. I swear it on my family's honor. Ow! What did you throw at me now? What is this? Well, I guess this means I've got to get back to the precinct now, pal. If you ever need me, come down to the criminal affairs department, alright? And if you can, try not to let Miss Von Karma see you. What is that? Mr. Nick, what's this piece of paper? It's called an autograph. Autograph? The paper's got Mr. Kurita's name written on it, so it's his autograph. I can't read it at all. To be honest, I've never seen writing that looks like this. It's a special way of writing called cursive. Look here, see how it says, "To my dearest Wendy," and then more normal letters here? This sloppy, unreadable writing. It's crazy and cruel to give this to someone. Hold on. Wendy. I've heard that name somewhere before. I bet I know who this is for. Maybe if we give you this, he'll talk to us. What you witnessed. Alright, I'll be honest with you for now. Then please tell us what you saw. But, what a waste. And here I have a perfectly good chance to have a little fun at your youngin's expense. I am a little devil after all. Doesn't that imply you aren't actually a good person? Alright, I'll give you what you want. Take the damn autograph. That's Juan's autograph. Yes, it is. And it even says "To my dearest Wendy" on it. That's me, right? Right? My name is Wendy Oldbag, so that Wendy has to be me, right? Well, it may say Wendy. Well, somehow I don't think Juan had this Wendy in mind when he signed it. Oh, please give it to me. Let me have it. I can't let you have it just like that. Yes, I know. Then how about an exchange? Oh, okay. Wow, she must really want this autograph. My offer isn't good enough for you? Fine, Mr. Wright, you win. Wendy Oldbag, ready to open up her heart for all for my dearest Juan. Okay. Easiest unlock of my life. I feel bad for you now. Huh? I tell you, I saw him that night. I saw him coming out of Juan's room. You're kidding! Oh no! It was about 10 minutes before Juan's body was discovered. It was just a coincidence. I was on my way to the toilet minding my own business. And did you tell that to the police? Well, of course. I thought I could get a gift certificate or two out of it. Maybe more. Gift certificate? I've been recruited again for that part of the trial, you know. The trial's tomorrow. This time you're gonna get it. I'm gonna work hard to get your client pronounced guilty. But Mr. Ungard hasn't done anything bad. I don't care about details like that. I know he did my dear poor Juan in. I just do. That yellow-bellied chicken. A yellow-bellied chicken? I wonder what that would look like. I trust my senses. I know when someone did something bad, and I say he did. What did Mr. Ungard ever do to deserve this? Alright, the end of the last episode, I don't think we're bringing it back. What did Mr. Ungard do to you to make you so... You don't know. That guy framed my Juan. He created that scandal that plagued poor Juan. Mr. Nick! What is it? What's a scandal? Oh, I'll tell you about that after we get home, okay? Poor Juan, led astray by the wiles of that vile temptress. Mr. Nick, what do vials and wild temptress mean? How about we just listen to what Miss Oldbag has to say for now, okay, Pearls? So, Miss Oldbag, who is this woman you're talking about? Adrian Andrews, of course. Who else? That guy, he shoved the girl onto Juan on purpose. His own manager, but why? I thought lawyers were smart. It was to create a scandal and make Juan lose face. That girl drove Juan into a scandal that dragged his reputation through the mud. Sounds like a pretty standard definition of a scandal to me. What do you know about that anyway, Miss Oldbag? I'm one of Juan's biggest fans. I'm always out there gathering information. There's nothing I don't know. And do you have any proof that Mr. Ungard did what you say he did? Next week's issue of a certain magazine says so. Ugh. Of course. A tabloid. Next week? Doesn't that mean it's something people don't know about yet? I would Miss Oldbag have information like that. And where did she get it? Probably all we can glean. Did not check on guard's room. That's not the right area. Where are we? We're in Mr. Matt Onguard's dressing room. This is our client's room. May I help you with something? We're Mr. Onguard's lawyer, correct? I gathered as much. I also looked for lawyers on my end, but to no avail. How did you know I'm his lawyer? You were just saying that he's your client. In a situation like this, the only person who would use such a word would be his lawyer. Wow! It's a simple deduction, really. The trial is tomorrow, and Mr. Onguard's situation is looking rather grim. So you came here one stop in your mad dash to find clues to build this case, correct? Well, you're not totally right, but you're not totally off either. It's really not the time to be showing off, Mr. Nick. I major in Andrews. I hate to waste time, so let's get down to business. Alright. She may be of small stature, but appearances can be deceiving. I assume the first thing you need to know is what everyone was doing that night, correct? Yes, that is correct. Then I will tell you. Before the awards ceremony, I had dinner with Mr. Onguard. In this very room, I might add. Dinner? What did you eat? I told you I hate to waste time with trifling details. If you took a look at the table yourself, you wouldn't need to ask me. I bet she's a lot of fun at parties. When the award show was starting, I headed for Walla Hall. And after the show ended, you came back to this room? No, I had some small errands to run. I helped with the preparations in the lobby. Oh, preparations for the post-ceremony show, I guess. When it was time for the post-ceremony show, I came back to call for Mr. Onguard. After that, I went to visit Mr. Kurita. And that's when he found his body, isn't it? You really held strong through everything. Yeah, she does seem to be mentally tough as nails. So about you and... Stop right there. You aren't seriously about to ask how Mr. Onguard and I are related, are you? Sorry. I have no idea how he could choose you as his lawyer. Why did she have to go and say something like that? Mr. Nick, calm down and hang in there. I'll give you a shoulder rub to relieve your stress later, alright? That was a loud motorcycle rev. I already gave you my name earlier, but I'll add that I'm Mr. Onguard's manager. His manager? Speaking of managers, did the victim, Mr. Kurita, have one? No, he did not. He didn't? Global Studios is a very different policy from Worldwide Studios in that. Worldwide Studios does not assign individual managers to their stars. I see. This industry is very ruthless and unforgiving. Actually, you look quite ruthless and unforgiving yourself to your poor partner. Dragging a little girl like her to places like this, honestly. You're wrong! I'm doing this to help Mystic Maya! Pearls, calm down and hang in there. I'll buy you juice later, alright? Looks like dishes left over from dinner. Dinner for two at that. I'm sure they're Mr. Onguard and Miss Andrews' plates. Looks like they had T-bone steaks. What's with Global Studios and T-bone steaks? There's some samurai-looking clothes on the sofa here. I think that jacket-looking thing is called a happy. Whatever it is, I'm sure it's something like that will make a great souvenir. Maya would be absolutely thrilled. There's like nothing for me to investigate. That's the bedroom over there. That's a bed? Wow, they have really big beds here. We already do that, Pearls. It's probably Mr. Onguard's suitcase. There's somebody who's only going to be here for the awards show. This is a lot of stuff. Looks like he has about 3 days worth of clothes in here. Stars really are different from us, aren't they? Looks like that's all we can get from here. Really not much in here. I wonder if there's anything we can show you. Did you know the victim, Mr. Kurita? Yes, I knew him. The world is such a small place, after all. Did you know about his rivalry with the Nickel Samurai? Honestly, they were like children when it came to that. Time and time again, those two competed with each other over the most trivial things. If either one of them wasn't so stubborn, then maybe no one would have needed to die. I've got a hunch that this woman knows more than she's letting on. She must know why Juan Kurita was killed. He does not look 21. Do you have any ideas? As to why Mr. Kurita was murdered? Why would you ask me about such a thing? I'm just doing my job. So, do you have any ideas? Miss Andrews? Sorry, but there's nothing more I have to add to this conversation. Is it a psyche lock, Mr. Nick? Yes. There's getting to be more and more of these lately. Actually, Lana, what are your psyche locks? Big scoop, huh? Lana, will you please answer my questions? On the night of the murder, why were you loitering around in the victim's room? I told you, didn't I, for my scoop? I want to know is the details of this scoop. That's not something I can tell you. I mean, that there's my bread and butter. Alright, then an unpleasant tabloid photographer looking for a scoop. I'm gonna say that you're looking into a scandal. Grr. Could it be that you, Lotta Hart, were looking for a break with a huge story? Perhaps an unfolding scandal between Juan Carita and this person? Well, Old Bag said that she was the vile temptress, so... This woman. She's Adrian Andrews, Matt Unguard's manager. The Nickel Samurai's manager, caught secretly meeting with his rival, the Jammin' Ninja. It'd be the hottest story of the season, wouldn't it? You're pretty good at this guessing thing, Mr. Lawyer. But you can't just make up any old thing and I'll think it'll make the papers. You gotta have backup. Backup? Yeah, you gotta have that. That's what is news sauce? You mean news source? That's it. So show me something that says that the wine guy had something with Miss Andrews. That, we don't have. I don't think I have enough evidence yet. I should investigate and gather some more clues before I try again. Alright, well we know what we're looking for at least. And I think that's everywhere we've been except the criminal at the fair. Oh, Mr. Wright, how are you? Ah, Mr. Powers, have you been here the entire time? Yeah, people connected to the murder aren't allowed to go home, let alone leave. Can you tell me a little more about the Nickel Samurai TV show? Okay. Nickel Samurai is an action hero program aimed towards kids. It's a sequel to the Steel Samurai. I see. This time there are 3 samurai brothers, Aluminum Samurai, Tin Samurai, and of course, the titular Nickel Samurai. To love Y in Neo Old Tokyo. I see. Wait! A love what? A love Y. This girl, Sayo, works at a tea shop and all 3 guys fall for her at the same time. Oh, I guess the Y shape is in like the 3 brothers colliding over this one girl. Anyway, Sayo is actually the daughter of the evil Strawberry Clan's leader. Sounds like an unusual situation, like Romeo and Juliet times 3. Yeah. Jesus. Strange thing is, this sort of forbidden love story is really big with the office ladies. Yes, bro? Well, what happens next? I want to know. Miss Sayo, does Miss Sayo fall in love? She does, doesn't she? Every Sunday at 8 a.m. I'm gonna stop watching Kids Masterpiece Theater and start watching this week. I can't believe she's really considering it. So what's the Jammin' Ninja TV show like? Starting from a remake of an old movie, to tell you the truth. The Jammin' Ninja, like the samurai shows, is geared towards kids. It's the story of a ninja who can't scale a wall but became a big pop star anyway. What? He's a really lousy ninja. Absolutely couldn't do anything ninja right at all. But boy, could he sing. This trusty bright red guitar in hand, he took the ancient world by storm. A ninja with a bright red guitar? And then the final fight in front of his beloved Princess Mizola. Jammin' versus the Muramachi 5. Suddenly, our brave hero catches a not-so-jammin' cold the night before Battle 3. Ah, it's too bad for him. Yeah. This kind of pop music-based love story is something high school girls really like. Yes, bro? What happens next? I want to know. The Jammin' Ninja. Will he be able to sing? What about Princess Mizola? Every Sunday at 8 a.m. Which show should I watch? I can't believe she's really considering it. There's gotta be something else you can tell us. Matt's younger than me. But you practically see his star potential. His star potential? I got his autograph the other day. Feels kind of wrong now, doesn't it? I don't care what people say. Matt didn't kill Juan. I know he didn't. He debuted around the time as Matt and everything, you know. Really? Started out small. First it was singing contests, then swimming competitions. It was bowling tournaments, and then it was who could throw the best New Year's parties. Juan was always trying to one-up Matt, but lately those two were escalating to more and more dangerous things. I thought that no good would come of it at all, so I began to worry. Too bad Juan's story ended so soon. I wonder if he knows anything about Andrews. Hey, that's Miss Andrews. She's Matt's manager. Actually, I was interested in her for a little bit. Just a little. So Mr. Powers likes this type of woman? What do you know about Miss Andrews? Well, see, here's the thing. I don't really know her that well, you know? There's sort of a small rumor going around about her right now. A rumor? Ah, if you're interested, I'll be glad to share what I know. He's so happy. He looks like a lion that just found his next meal. Would you mind telling me about this gossip? Ah, so you really are interested in it. I figured you would be. Yeah. I have such a weakness for celebrity gossip, too. Oh, really? You too, huh? Yes, take a look at this. Looks like a tabloid this old bag would read. Alright, let's see here. Jammin' Midnight Rendezvous. To the mysterious yet beautiful manager to the stars, Miss A.A. You see now, don't you? What? You can stop pretending to be in the dark, Mr. Wright. Luckily, didn't have a manager of his own, which means if we were talking about a certain manager with initials A.A. Adrian Andrews. Yes, exactly. This is big news. But it seems kind of odd. That woman, Miss Andrews, is kind of the biggest rival of her client. It's that wonderful thing that don't happen between two people. Mr. Powers looks so happy. Rose is just following along, not having any idea as to why he's smiling. Well, like the saying goes, one man's garbage is another man's treasure. I think we might be able to break Lotta's psyche lock now. Alright, Lotta. You're gonna tell me what you know. Lotta, will you please answer my questions? On the night of the murder, why were you loitering around the victim's room? I told you, didn't I, for my scoop? What I want to know about are the details of this scoop. That's not something I can tell you. I mean that there's my bread and butter. Alright then, an unpleasant tabloid photographer looking for a scoop. I'm gonna say that you were looking into a scandal. Grrr. Could it be that you, Lotta Hart, were looking for a break with a huge story? Perhaps an unfolding scandal between Juan Carita and Adrian Andrews? This woman. She's Adrian Andrews, Matt Ungar's manager. Nickel Samurai's manager caught secretly meeting with his rival, the Jammin' Ninja. It'd be the hottest story of the season, wouldn't it? You're pretty good at this guessing thing, Mr. Lawyer. But you can't just make up any old thing and think it'll make the papers. You gotta have backup. Backup? Yeah, you gotta have that. That's what it is. New sauce? You mean news source? That's it. So show me something that shows that Juan guy had something with Miss Andrews. Alright. How about I will do just that? This is the article from a certain weekly tabloid. Jammin' Midnight Rendezvous. To the mysterious yet beautiful manager to the stars, Miss A.A. Ah! Mr. Carita didn't have a manager of his own. What's more, his rival, Mr. Ungar's manager, Adrian Andrews, she has the initials A.A. You saw this article and then thought to take some pictures of them as proof. That's why you were lurking around Mr. Carita's door last night. Wah! There we go. Oh. You were looking into Mr. Carita and Miss Andrews' affair, weren't you? You got it! I was gonna get myself a scoop by catching him in a secret meeting. There's already an article about it in one of the weekly tabloid magazines. It's no longer breaking news. What'd you just say? Her initials are AA. What kind of vague thing is that? That ain't no proof of nothing. People are gonna want to see real proof. Well, at least I do, so that's what I was doing. Getting photos. Oh. I'm gonna whip up the reader's interest with some gossip and a little misleading. And spice it up a little and have myself an exclusive story. Wow, Lotta, nice journalistic integrity you got there. I already finished up writing up my spicy article, you know. But the paper I wrote it on, my note to myself, it's gone. Your note to yourself? It was inside the case of my $1,600 camera. They done run off together. I came here for my big story. Didn't come here to have her disappear. Didn't come here to have my treasure disappear on me. Yeah, I understand. It's enough to make a gal go bonkers, I tell you. What's with people now, anyway? I never thought I'd see the day when someone doesn't steal something from me. I really want that note back, huh? I got no idea why, though. The story on that note is probably a bold-faced lie. Let's head to the precinct. Dr. Gumshoe said they had an investigation briefing. Yeah. Oh, he's back! Hey, so you came, pal. Why the blunt greeting? Because there's nothing to be friendly or happy about. What do you mean by that? Well, things look perfect this time around. The evidence and testimony are airtight. But we can't just roll over and die. We have to stay positive. So what do you mean the evidence is airtight? I can't give you all the details, pal, but there's two big pieces. Two? And both of them are in this photo. The first is the button that's missing from the victim's chest. That's the button that you found during your body search of Mr. Ungard. Yep, I found it in the folds of the Nickel Samurai special pants. And the second one is the knife in his chest, pal. The fingerprints on this knife in his chest, to be exact. Fingerprints? Whose are they? You didn't even have to ask, little missy. It's obvious. They're bad Unguards. Tomorrow's trial. Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place. So what about this airtight testimony? It's that old security lady, Miss Oldbag. I thought so. What do you mean you thought so? Did she tell you something, pal? Well, I even told her not to open that mouth of hers and blab to anyone. Her blab knob is stuck on 10 and there's no turning it down. Trust me. Yeah, well, Miss Oldbag saw it all, pal. She saw Mr. Ungard come out of the victim's room around the estimated time of death. No way! Okay, well... we're pretty interested in this bit of gossip ourselves. The scandal with Mr. Kurita, but why? Well, 2 years ago, a woman committed suicide. Suicide? Her name was Celeste Impax. And she was Juan Kurita's manager. Victim's manager? But that's not all, pal. Miss Impax was Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. She taught Miss Andrews everything she knew about the business from the square one. Her mentor? A woman who was both Mr. Kurita's manager and Miss Andrews' mentor. Her suicide has something to do with this case? Do you want to know more about her, pal? She was the victim's manager and was also Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. It's been 2 years since her suicide, and now those two are linked together again by another death. Or maybe it's just a coincidence, but... I'm getting sick of dealing with one foolish idiot after another. Miss Von Karma! You can't seem to stop allying yourself with the enemy, can you? I don't need a traitor in my midst. You don't. You don't mean... I do. Scruffy. You have 30 minutes to get out of here. You're no longer needed. Goodbye. That's... Wait! Please, wait, sir! If I don't get this month's pay, I'll start quiet. If it weren't for traitors like you, I would have won. Is that what you wanted to say? Who? That voice. Dwarf. It's been a long time, right? This person? This is Mr. Edgeworth? What am I going to do with you? Still blaming others when things go wrong? You haven't changed a bit, Franziska. You! How dare you show your face to me with a shred of shame upon it! You soiled the Von Karma name, dragged it through the mud. You even ran away with your tail between your legs like an ill-bred dog you are! Are you talking about the Von Karma family creed, to be perfect in every way? Then let's hear it, Franziska. How are things going? I hear you're having a rough time maintaining a perfection in this country. You seem to be getting crushed under the weight of it all. That's why I came back. Keep your assumptions to yourself. I haven't given in yet. I won't lose. This case is mine. I'll never hand it over to you. Never. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I will see you tomorrow in court. It will be a clinical lesson on the meaning of total victory. Still the same wild mare she always was. I thought you, the prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, had gone and died. Mr. Nick! I never wanted to see you again. I think that's enough of a warm welcome for someone you haven't seen in a year. Are you going to run tomorrow's trial? You heard her, right? That wild mare hasn't given in yet, it seems. So no, I don't think I'll be making an appearance. Your hatred for me is quite unhealthy, not to mention one-sided. But I will say one thing. You can't win on your own at the trial tomorrow. What is this supposed to mean? It's something definitive that you lack, and working together is the definition of teamwork. It's the power to find the truth. The truth? In order to understand this case, you have to understand a certain truth. Well, if you ever feel the need for my assistance, it is available to you. I'm not in charge of this case, so I can be a bit more generous with information. Just what is going on inside his head? A lot of things may have happened, however. Manfred von Karma was still my mentor, and a perfect win record is proof of von Karma. 1 year ago, you could not establish guilt in a couple cases. Are those losses the reason you suddenly disappeared from the prosecutor's office? Did you leave because you had lost your perfect win record? To think your motivation for prosecuting trials was so selfish. It'd been better for everyone if you never came back from the dead, Edgeworth. I see. But let me ask you something. Why do you stand in the courtroom? What is your reason? Well, with Franziska, she almost always says, I will defeat you this time, the instant she sees me. But the courtroom is not a personal battlefield for prosecutors and lawyers. I stand in the courtroom to defend my client, to save their lives. To save your clients, you say. Those who think only of their own ego-driven goals, those kind of prosecutors are reprehensible to me, even if you're a prodigy. Or someone like you, Edgeworth. Looks like there's still a lot you have yet to learn. A lot I have yet to learn? Me? Well, that's enough for now. The time will come when you see. The time when you will see is coming is soon enough. What do I need help on here? What do you know about her? Adrian Andrews. She holds a large secret within herself. A secret? You can't help but feel that this whole case revolves around her. Her and Celeste next? This woman is another key to solving this case. Do you really think so? She was Adrian Andrews' mentor a long time ago, but she was suddenly called away by a different show and became Juan Carita's manager. Then a few months later, Celeste Impacts died. But her death was ruled a suicide, right? Yes. But there's still one riddle we've yet to solve. A riddle? Her suicide note. It went missing. No one could find it. A suicide note that just vanished, huh? I wonder what his profile on Edgeworth says. That's it? Okay. Miss Impact's death, though, is most certainly a suicide. Of that, there is no mistake. However, we could not find her suicide note. That's when the police began to suspect that someone had hidden it. The suicide note? How do you know Miss Impact had even written such a note? There was no solid evidence, however. We did find traces of ink on her right index finger, which makes the likelihood of a suicide note very high. But who would hide such a thing? The police think it was Mr. Juan Carita himself. The victim? He was the one who found her body, which makes him the only person who had a chance to hide her suicide note. Mr. Carita hid his own manager's suicide note, but why? As long as her note is missing, any speculation beyond this is meaningless. For now, I think you should look over this. This is the suicide report. Part 1, anyway. Part 1. I don't like to look through reports. I like suicide reports even less. Worst of all are the reports that have multiple parts like that one. It has 2. 2 parts? What you just handed me is the first part of the report. Here's the second part. The second part of the report is about an attempted suicide. The attempter's name is Adrian Andrews! Miss Andrews, what did she do? She tried to kill herself? She doesn't seem like the kind of person to try and kill herself, though. I think she has a strong career, woman. That's just what she wants you to think. Adrian Andrews, she has a certain secret she's always trying to hide. A secret? Her dependent nature. That's what she's really like on the inside. Miss Andrews, dependent? Talk about the exact opposite of what that woman is. What's this about Miss Andrews having a dependent nature? Adrian Andrews attempted suicide. It was a few days after the death of Celeste Impacts. And? And why did Adrian Andrews think about committing suicide? Because she hadn't apparently lost her will to live. Lost her will to live? Well, why would she? Her pillar of strength, her mentor Celeste Impacts, was gone forever. That's why. Well, why would that... Is this what they call following someone to the grave? After her attempted suicide, Adrian Andrews started attending counseling sessions. She's someone who needs a person whom she can trust, absolutely. When she finds that person, she'll do anything to keep them near. Without such an anchor in her life, her crippling anxiety stifles to her ability to live. And that's the nature of her dependency on others? When Celeste Impact suddenly committed suicide, the world before her turned pitch dark. That's according to Adrian Andrews herself. Then that means her super confident attitude, it's all a facade. She's only copying her mentor's behavior to hold herself together. How terrible. I wonder if we have enough to break that psyche lock now on her. Because I don't know where we're getting anything else from. Damn it! I keep going back there. Oh, Miss Andrews is here. But it looks like she's talking with someone. That's the Franziska von Karma. Miss von Karma? What are you doing here? Well, you see, I'm his lawyer, so... You've got some nerve following me around. Following you? That's you, Miss von Karma! You're the one doing the following! Pearls... You're always following after that Mr. Detective with the little beard. Me? Following after Scruffy? Don't make me laugh. Let me show you something interesting, little girl. What is that? An electromagnetic receiver. I planted a tracking device on that detective. And with this, I know that fool's every move. So that noise we heard was this receiver. I feel really sorry for poor Detective Gumshoe now. Now then, let's stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews. Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood? Alright. What were those two talking about? Miss Andrews, she seems a little dazed, doesn't she? Yeah. Let's break them. That's a lot. Why was Juan Carino murdered? If you ask me, I think you know the reason he was killed. Why are you hiding things? Don't you realize you're putting Mr. Unguard's life in danger by your actions? Why do you ask questions for which I have no answers? The truth is, I was not that close to Mr. Carino. You were not that close. That's right. I've never been good at being intimate with another person. You're not good at being intimate with another person? Somehow I highly doubt that. You and Mr. Carino had an intimate relationship, did you not? A silly third-rate tabloid article. If you even had half your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish. Well, it seems quite a few people have already bought into this story. As to be expected in a world filled with crooks and liars. Note to self, stay on her good side. In any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that. I see. However, what if there's a need for you to get close to someone? Me? Need to get close to Mr. Carino? As if there's ever such a need. Didn't you get close to Mr. Carino for this person's sake? Celeste Impacts, your mentor. How do you know about Celeste? Miss Impacts, she committed suicide, didn't she? But it looks like no one knows why. Right before her death, she was Juan Carino's manager. So, I believe you got close to Mr. Carino so you could find out more about her suicide. You have a great imagination. As you may have a future as a slimy muckracker for a putrid third-rate tabloid. Miss Andrews? There was no mystery surrounding her death, none. It'd be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship for nothing. Is that really true? Was there really no mystery at all? I don't believe you were just completely at ease with her suicide, the way your suicide was resolved. Miss Impact's suicide note was never found, was it? It looks like the police were under the suspicion that someone had hidden it. Like maybe the person who discovered her body, Mr. Kurita. Juan? And, Miss Andrews, I believe you thought the same thing. That's why you became intimate with Mr. Kurita. I sat by quietly and listened to your insulting ramblings long enough. It's true that Celeste was my mentor, however, allow me to say this again. It had nothing to do with me. I didn't even know that her suicide note was never found. I'm a person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others. That's the impression you like to give, however. I don't think that's who you really are. What? I have evidence that says otherwise. This is proof that Celeste impacts are someone very special to you. Miss Andrews, you nearly went through with it too, didn't you? Went through with what? Ending your life. Miss Andrews, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together. You don't ask for anyone's help, relying on only yourself. Yes, I've been very independent ever since I can remember. However, that's all just a lie. A facade. You've always searched out for people on whom you can depend on. You were dependent on Miss Impacts, weren't you? Which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had. Stop! When Celeste passed away so suddenly like that, I died a death of my own, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her note. You must have heard about the police report. The one that said the police suspected Mr. Kurita of hiding Miss Impacts' note. You heard about it and thought to recover it from him by getting close, am I right? If that's the case, then everything changes. What do you mean? What topic did we start this conversation on again? It was why was the victim killed? Exactly. Somehow, Miss Andrews, it seems that you have become the one with the reason to want Mr. Kurita dead. Me? Miss Impacts is everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she killed herself. Even commit a murder. Murder? It's true. I'm a woman who can only live in insecurity. I'm physically small and I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. I've pushed against all that, though. I've tried to live strongly. I never wanted anyone to find out the truth. Miss Andrews, this one thing, it's the one thing I want to take with me to the grave. It was my secret, mine and mine alone. I'm sorry. You probably think I'm a worthless human right now, don't you? Please, Miss Andrews, all I want to know is the truth. After Celeste passed away, I heard that someone had hidden her suicide note, and that someone was Juan Kurita. Celeste, without her I became scared. Everyone seemed like they were out to get me. So you got close to Mr. Kurita to recover her suicide note, correct? Looks like that tabloid reported the truth after all. Ironic, isn't it? Well, like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. And if they purposefully add fuel to the fire, they keep the celebrity world burning. And as for the suicide note, I didn't and wouldn't kill anyone for it. It just doesn't suit me. That's all. Well, that's enough for now. I still have work to do, so I understand. Oh, I have one small favor to ask. My attempted suicide. I'd like for you to keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, if people found out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live. Alright, I understand. We'll keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, I guess she's the overthinking type. She probably never says anything without carefully thinking it over. Thank you for your discretion. Mr. Nick, can I ask you something? What is it? Miss Andrews has always been playing with that card in her hand since a little while back. That card? Yeah, I guess she has. Miss Andrews, what is that card you're holding? Huh? Oh, this?
I don't quite know. It just suddenly appeared in my handbag. What is it? It looks like a seashell. That's what it looks like, doesn't it? I honestly don't remember owning this card. Wonder where I picked it up from. I'm not remembering something clearly. Sounds like it would be a rare occurrence. Well, I must be off. I leave Mr. On Guard in your capable hands. I don't think there's anywhere else for us to go.
Well, I think we've gathered about all we can.
Well, what about Mystic Maya? Is she alright?
Oh, Pearls. She looks so worn out by all this. She hasn't slept at all and has been walking all over the place with me today.
What's wrong, Mr. Nick?
Let's go back to the office for a little while. You're really tired, right?
Oh, no! I'm okay, really. I'm fine. I really am.
You don't look fine to me. Yeah, let's head back. Pearls deserves a break.
So, what now?
Well, we did find one thing out for sure. Miss Andrews has a motive.
You mean Miss Impact's suicide note?
That's right. She was also the one to discover the victim's body. Clever.
Ah, Mr. Nick, the transceiver!
Hello? Wright and Co. offices. Mr. Attorney, you're not answering a phone. Maya! Where's Maya? As I promised, I have not gone within a few feet of her this whole time.
Phew.
Which is why I suppose she's absolutely famished.
What?
So I suggest you win a quick acquittal, my friend. At any cost. Wouldn't you agree?
Wait, Maya, let me hear her.
Very well.
Ask Maya, is that you? Sis, ask my sis. Maya, damn it, he cut me off. Mystic Maya said ask my sis, didn't she?
Sis? What does she mean by that? Come on, Phoenix. You're a hopeless one. Sorry. Ah!
Mia!
I have a message from Maya, so come. Ask me anything you want about her. How's Maya? She's safe, for now. That kidnapper is one to keep his word, it seems. I'm glad to hear she's safe, but Mia, how did you know? As soon as she was locked up, Maya called for me. I read the note she left. Then I gathered as much information about her surroundings as I could. I didn't know you could use spirit channeling like that. Pretty smart of her. The kidnapper, what's he like? I don't know. Apparently Maya went to answer a phone call at the hotel and was drugged there. And? She didn't see the face of her attacker. Maya's locked up in a very dark place right now. I'll tell you everything I heard while I was with her. When you were with her? Date unknown. Time unknown. Location unknown. I'm starving. I could really go for some apple pie. I mean, at a time like this, sweets are the only way to go. Are the only way to go.
I have to stay positive. He promised he wasn't going to kill me. I'm not going to die.
Sis, I wonder if you're with Nick right now.
Drat, it's locked.
But this door's lock seems easy enough to open. On TV, the hero always uses a plastic card or a stiff piece of cardboard. Then, quick, they magically open the door. Wonder if there's a card like that around here I could use. What's this? Feels like there are a lot of glass bottles here. And these, they feel like barrels. I'll pass. Too bad I'm really hungry and not thirsty. There's all sorts of things piled up here, but it's too dark to see. Huh, someone dropped a card here. Kinda looks like a business card, but there's no name on it. It's a picture of a seashell, I think. What a strange card.
Ah, that's it! It's a shell card! If I use this, maybe I can get the door open. This might be my key out of here.
I had a feeling this card might be useful. I'm such a genius. Alright, now if you'll excuse me, Mr. Kidnapper.
I did it!
Okay, now I'm getting the heck out of here. I shouldn't keep Nick waiting or worried.